Greetings once again. I am Russ Hatfield, along with my twin soul, who is a higher dimensional member of Ashtar Command and an ambassador of Sirius, Kara. This is our latest lesson on astronomy from Omal, channeled through Mark Rocker, and is called Stargates in Space and Cydonia on Mars. In it, Omal discusses the attempts to build a Stargate on the Moon by NASA during the Apollo missions, which failed, before moving on to how a Stargate is actually supposed to be built. What is revealed is that stargates are possible and could be used to get ships across vast distances. You can follow our online transcript at the link below at our homepage, centerforascension.org. Please subscribe if you want at the end of this video to be alerted of future channeling sessions, editorials from Kara and myself, and lessons from the Center for Ascension. And now, Stargates in Space and Cydonia on Mars.
Alright, now, 3 areas of work I'd like to work with on tonight: Great Pyramid, moon landings, and Sphinx.
Okay, two are linked together. Let us deal first of all with the lunar landings.
Okay. Alright, first off, from the work that from the show I heard from Art Bell's program on the radio, concerning the lunar landing sites. A gentleman by the name of Farouk El-Baz, whose father was an archaeologist, came to NASA from AT&T when they set up communications with the spaceships. As a result, he ended up being one of the persons who ended up picking up the landing sites.
The father of Farouk El-Baz was kind of an archaeologist.
Yeah, it was kind of, not really.
He, in actual fact, would have been a head excavationer. He was the gentleman appointed by the archaeologist to do the excavating.
Okay. Now, he apparently chose the sites to form a hyperdimensional doorway, or a stargate. And the sites were picked due to the relationships to Sirius and Orion upon the horizon at the time of the landings. Wondering if this was successful, and why did they try to do it that way?
First of all, no, they were not successful, due to the fact that by landing them in a formation on a planet's surface does not work. You cannot make a stargate through solid rock, which answers the next question.
Why?
Why? Because the physics of a astral object is more complex. You are trying to create a hole through solid matter. That can be done. However, with the equipment that they have used, no. It is very improbable and dangerous to even attempt something. The mathematics that they use is flawed. They do not realize the fact that these objects have to be in their own gravitational field. They cannot be in another gravitational field. Most stargates are outside of gravitational wells.
Or within space themselves.
Correct.
So in other words, they would have had to come up with points in space to which the ships would have to travel through.
Correct.
To align the various points of the gate.
Correct.
That's pretty tough to do in space.
Correct.
Well, you could do that, I suppose. Space is not a moving object.
Correct. Think.
The planets are moving. So to be able to do so, you'd have to basically just go to that same point in space from your starting point, no matter where your starting point had moved to.
Correct.
Not that tough after all, actually, really.
No, it is not. You create a stargate. Let us say it is a 5-pointed stargate.
Okay.
Okay. To get there, you would use a teleport system. A short-range teleport system.
Mm-hmm.
You would have to put it outside of your solar system. So you'd have to use a hop method to teleport from one place to another. Teleports on your dimension are very clumsy and dangerous.
In what, third dimension?
Correct. On higher dimensions, they become less dangerous. On the sixth dimension, they are still dangerous. They still malfunction, is the best way to describe them.
But actually, when you go to the higher dimensions like that with those 6, you only need teleports anyway, since you can
That is correct.
travel by thought. So what's the point?
It is the 8th where you travel by thought. The 7th is the last time that you have this. Flesh and blood, calcium, magnesium.
Well, we mentioned the 6th as being called understanding, which takes place after you know what the 4th and 5th is. What would be called the 7th and 8th then?
Spirituality and awareness.
It's going to be a while before I get there.
But let us get back to the teleport.
Right.
Short-range teleports work fine, and when I say short-range, I mean at most 5 miles. The stunt that they did with Kiri, Tia, and Mar, of putting them down in a hangar, was a joke. That is the safe range.
Okay.
Any further, and it becomes dangerous.
Alright.